of our Exploring in Taiwan class, and this is the third time she comes to speak to the class, of course, to a different audience. So I thank her a lot for supporting the class and moving on year after year. Frankly speaking, I do not know if I'm going to offer the class again this year, but if Professor Zhou wants to teach next year, I will. Her expertise is on, she belongs to the Department of Life Science, and she studied animal behavior ecology, 演化生物学, evolutionary biology. Yes. She already had the topic up here, biodiversity and conservation of cetaceans in Taiwan. What is cetacean? Cetacean? Oh, you will know through the lecture. Okay, when I was in Canada recently, I saw an exhibition on whales and dolphins, and I saw the Professor Zhou. And the postcard says here, the supernatural whale is a chief crest highly honored by our people and a source of inspiration to us. May I present to you a token of thanks for all your support? And this is whale, drawn by the First Nation people in Canada. This is from a museum in Vancouver. It's a very small token of thanks. So let's welcome Professor Zhou at this time.
Good morning. Yeah. Although this is my third time to be here for this class, but my first time was Sunday. I remember last two class was windy, rain, cold, and also it's Monday morning. Now you know what I mean, okay? So only few students show up. So and then I complained to Professor Jiang. I said, well, we'd better change the class schedule. Now I see my strategy work, and I hope this class will be continued, okay? So today I'm very glad to show you one of my favorite animal. However, I really like this card, especially the last word, The whales is the source of inspiration. Do you agree? Yeah, I think that's probably the kind of motivation for many people get involved in this field. And later you will know it's very complicated. Not only just cute and beautiful of the whales or dolphin, okay? So cetacean, first word, what is cetacean? Anybody, if this is the first time you hear this word or see this word, please raise your hand. Oh, even some foreigners, okay? Okay.
It's on the course outline in bracket, and they do not read it. You will see the bracket, whales and dolphins.
Okay, great. Cetacean, okay. Now you learn, okay, at least for this class, after this class you learn one word, cetacean. Okay, because in the Latin for like taxonomy, it's order of Cetacea, no NS. If you put N, become a common term, and S become many of them. Okay. Okay, what are cetaceans? Whales plus dolphins, and sometimes porpoise. Like I think if you read the books or literature before 1970s, many people, they kind of mix use of these two words, porpoise or dolphin, okay? But in the latest several decades, people study more. Now we kind of specify porpoise to one small group of the cetaceans. One belongs to one family and small size, so porpoise. We will talk about that. In Chinese, we translate as 鼠海豚, 鼠, rats in the beginning, so it means the body size kind of small. Okay, second question. What is the difference of the cetaceans from fish?
They're mammal.
Oh, yeah, fish is not mammal. That's good. How about I say morphology? What's the difference? They got lungs. Okay, yeah, that's the internal organ. Yes, that's good. Fish has a gill. So that means they use different system for breathing. Yeah, so fish, as long as they have water, okay, their gill open and, open, close, they have no problem. They got the oxygen. But for whales, they have lungs. They are kind of same as us. So if, they stay in the water all the time, if they cannot come up, what happens? They're choked or drowned, okay? That's why sometimes we have life stranding and cetacean on the beach. A lot of our local people get so nervous, try to save the whales and push them back to the water, push them back. If they have some reason sick, they have trouble to, keep floating on the surface, that's not the moment to push them back to the water. Okay? You got it? Second, physiology. I just mentioned about lung. Actual morphology. From the external morphology, there's not much difference. Their shape just look similar, like a streamline shape. Okay? And that's very good for living or moving in the water. However, if you pay attention on the tail, the caudal fin, or we call fluke for cetacean. What's the difference? For fish, when you pay attention on how fish swim, they swim like this. How about dolphin? Okay, so if you pay attention on the tail, one is like this, lateral, and the other one is like a dorsal and ventral move. Okay, that's morphology. And that's why sometimes when the Coast Guard people, they are in charge of the security on the coast, they suppose, and take the bad people, they kill dolphins because that's illegal in Taiwan. If you kill the dolphin or whales, you are illegal. We have to put you in jail. However, you need to recognize what kind of animal is lie on the ground near the port. So, fluke or tail is one of the hint. You see the tail is like this or this. Sometimes the fisherman is very tricky or sneaky. What they do? They cut off the tail. Okay, so the fish or some animal, come up lie on the ground. They don't have tail. So how can you tell? Can you tell beef and from the fish? If you have a steak or meat on your raw one on the table, can you tell the difference between steak, the beef, from the fish? What's the difference?
I never eat whale or local fish. Dolphin and whale will taste more like the animal we eat on the ground.
Oh, that's a wonderful answer. Yeah, it's more like eat on the ground. That's one thing. Second thing is their meat is just like beef. It's dark color, reddish, very, very red. However, for the fish meat, it's not that red. And also their structure is different. And maybe I should let me just give a little bit of that. Why their color is so dark? Because they have a lot of hemoglobin and blood. That's why they can keep a lot of oxygen with them and go down to the water. Okay, reproduction. Yeah, some people mentioned in the beginning, they are mammals. Fish are not mammal. Fish reproduce by egg. Have you eaten fish egg before? Salmon roll on the sushi, yes. Some just like a whole bag of the egg, you can stir fry and chop it, okay? And if, for mammals, they produce by placenta, have a baby fetus, and then they feed them as milk, okay? So that's the difference. If you look at the shape, okay, see? All of them looks like a streamline shape. This is a best form to swim in the water, okay? And okay, some of them are very big, like this. This is human being. You put something, on your feet, on your head. It looks a bit longer. So some, like a Hector dolphin, is shorter, almost the same height as me, okay? So the small one, and the biggest one is a blue whale. You probably heard of it. Blue whale, okay, over 30 meters. Just like an airplane, 747, okay, a 747 like here. And his heart, just like a Volkswagen, a car, the size like a car, okay? Okay, how many are there? How many kind? What is diversity? In the whole world, it's around 85 species. Okay, basically separated into two groups for the current living species. The first group we call the baleen whale. They don't have teeth. They have special gill for food, for feeding. And second group we call toothed whale. They have teeth, of course. So these are all the cetaceans in the world. Okay. Usually for this one, very big, we call it whales. In general, whale and dolphin and porpoise, except the porpoise. Whale and dolphin is not very specific term. It's a common name. Usually we call larger one whales, smaller one dolphins. Okay, but sometimes there's some exceptions because usually for common name it's not that scientific based. For example, this two. Okay, this one we call the pygmy sperm whale. Sperm whale, have you heard of it? Very famous. Sperm whale like this. This one, very big, very famous. And in the whole world, and their species is kind of protected, and endangered. And this one is pygmy sperm whale. In Chinese, we call 小抹香鲸, 抹香鲸. Pygmy means little. Okay, I remember many years ago when we had a stranding there. So I went there, I was so busy trying to cut, do some measurement. The news reporter followed me. Professor Zhou, what is the species of this? I just say, small. In Chinese, 小抹香鲸 means like small sperm whale. And then next day, the headline on the news say, sperm whale is such endangered species. And this poor guy, he just be born and died. So 才出2胎就死了, okay. So I was kind of shocked, okay. And pygmy sperm whale is not the baby of sperm whale. His name called pygmy sperm whale, small sperm whale. And even he get very old, like me, very old. I'm still so short, so small. Okay, so that's why the whale people get confused. What is whale? What is dolphin? Okay, and I tell you, in general, the big ones we call whale, small one we call dolphin. But sometimes there's several of them has like kind of exception. This we call pygmy sperm whale. This one we call dwarf sperm whale. So you have to pay a little bit more attention on the guidebook. Okay, in total, 85 species. Okay, baleen whale and toothed whale, their Latin formal name is Mystaceti, okay, Odontoceti. And you can see this one has a lot of teeth on their mouth. Sometimes one row can have 50, more than 50. Sometimes very few of them. When you have one row is 50, you times 4, so the whole mouth has more than 200 teeth, a lot. For baleen whale, their teeth, degenerated. So how can they eat? Let us see. If we cut one piece of the meat out, you can see in the other side, okay, this is their baleen, kind of like a swimming broom. It's like a one plate by one plate, or one continue together. It's like 2 rows, from the top mouth to the drop down like this, 2 rows, okay? And then it's just like your fingernail. You prune your fingernail, it will hurt a lot, okay? If you enlarge like a big piece of fingernail and they chop one side, okay, like this. And then that's the one plate for the baleen plate. So you combine by many plates and you form like this things. And when you open mouth, like this. This is baleen plate. Okay, you have 2 rows here. This is mouth. This is a cross section of the head. And once you open your mouth like this, the seawater comes in. And then when you close your mouth and raise your tongue, and then you push the water out, and then all the small fish or krill, will stay inside your mouth. So you can see the whole baleen plate come out. And this one is upside down. You can see the inside is like a fringe. The fringe side is very fine and even turn different angle. Like you see, different angle. This is outside. So it's like a naturally sheave, 过滤, filter. Okay, filter. So this is a baleen plate. Each plate for different species. You can see could be very short, small, like your hand size, and until you reach how long it is? 4 meters. How long is this roof? The ceiling? Less than 3 meters. So that means their mouth, open, they have a balloon, it's longer than this ceiling. Can you imagine? Okay. And this is what their favorite fruit. We call krill, K-R-I-L-L, krill. You can translate as 磷虾,磷虾. When the ocean full of this, you look at that from the a little bit further distance, it's just like a pink color. A big water mass, like a pink color, they move gradually like this, and there's a big giant whale, they follow this food, they open their mouths, and then that's what they do every day, when they want to eat. So think about in his life, does he need to think a lot, try to maneuver their behavior, try to maneuver other organisms? No, that's why the big whale, you don't have to worry them, okay? They are very gentle, very slow. You just don't treat them bad, okay, because they are so strong. However, for those toothed whales, they have teeth. They need to catch fish, like a hunter, especially killer whale. What do you think? They have to, be smart to catch fish, even have a cooperation. That's why they make so many people amazed, what kind of animal are this? Okay, this toothed whale, some of them has a kind of a lot of teeth. This is killer whale. Some of them, their teeth degenerate. They only left 1 pair or 2 pair, like this one, see? Only 2 pair here in the front. And then this one in the middle, they have 1 pair. Only male has mature male. This female, you cannot see, the teeth didn't come up. And also immature animals don't have the teeth come up either. See, these teeth, they grow even curved. They curved from both sides. Can he open his mouth very wide? No, what can he do to eat? So definitely I give you a hint. This teeth is not for feeding, all right? Even kind of disadvantage for them to open their mouths to eat a big chunk of fish. And then what can they do? Then they have to change. Not only they cannot use teeth to grab fish. Instead of open mouth grab fish, they use the suckering. Have you tried to vacuum your home? When you have something you stick or some place, you have to change the size of your tube, is that right? The smaller one, the stronger force. So what their strategy is, they eat like this, okay? So different animal use different strategy to eat. Okay, food of sperm whale. This is sperm whale. Their head is very weird, like a basin on the top. And then one day people, and they have a died sperm whale. They cut their belly, stomach. They checked. They found this animal. Very long, 12 meters long. Giant squid. Finally, we know, they like the squid to eat squid. They eat a giant squid. And this squid only live in very, very deep water, like 3,000 meters. So usually for people, human beings, technology, we are not that advanced or very difficult to go to such deep ocean. Maybe nowadays they changed, okay? But you don't know what animal live there. So by this way, the sperm whale is like an assembly machine, and help us to collect sample from the bottom of the sea. Okay, this is also the food of a toothed whale. What kind of food is this? Oh, this looks like rice, huh? Yummy. Have you had breakfast? I know, for Western people, you eat bread. For Chinese, we eat rice, okay? So, do dolphins eat rice? No way. You are mad, okay? This is not rice. So what could be this? Fish bowl? No, you are correct for one part. Fish something, not bowl. Fish teeth, almost, is the same part of the body. In a head, but not teeth. Do you know we have stone in our ear for hearing? So that's ear bone of fish. Ear bone. Because when they eat the fish is so yummy, the meat is so easily digest. That's why senior people need to eat fish, all right? It's more healthy for us, okay? But then after the meat digest, the vertebrae, the spine, can be digested too after a couple of days. The hardest part for digestion is the ear bone. That's why for the stomach, if you dissect the dolphin, get the stomach out, cut it out, you can see a lot of this, something like this. What is this? This is probably easier. Not crab. Similar. They like to eat fish, and also not crab. They like to eat squid. Crab has too hard shell. The shell is too hard. Squid. They like to eat squid, and octopus. Cuttlefish. So what is the part of those animals? The whole body is so soft, juicy, except one place. Huh? Have you ever helped your mom cook or prepare the food? Oh yeah, that's one part. Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, the backbone. Okay, they have backbone. And besides that, wonderful, correct. That's a mouse. Okay, their beak. We call beak. B-E-A-K. Beak. They have a top one and lower one jaw. So it's very difficult, very hard. Okay, so that's the part. And then if you put it in a microscope, you can see this becomes the ear bone of the fish. You can see they're pretty, okay? Different species with different shape. Then you can tell the secret, what kind of food they eat. I have one student, he got his PhD, and he collect all this for 7 years and finally finished. Oh, very tough job, okay? You have to collect the natural fish and collect the ear bone, and then you have to collect enough stomach sample of dolphin, and then check to compare, and then you can tell the secret how the dolphin or live in the sea, and then what kind of fish they eat, and then you can build up the food chain in the ocean. Besides the foraging method is different between toothed whale and baleen whale, there's north, okay, and the north hole are different too. Baleen whale has a pair of north hole just like us. And this dolphin, they have two tubes of the trachea, but finally before they come out, they become one hole, like here, okay? See, when they blow like this, actually it's not, they speak to water, because when I was little, my friend, my mother or other people told me, oh, you draw a whale and they are spitting water, like this. But actually this is not water, this is their air, just like us when we breathe. Because when they breathe, they have such big lung, a lot of volume, very warm air. They come out, especially in a temperate place like U.S. or like Seattle or in the Maine. And then the air is kind of cooler, so you can see like a mist of all this evaporation. Okay. And one thing very special is when they make a blow here, their trachea, you see, is complicated. Okay, I want to tell you, maybe I should make this. They can breath, blow, or singing at the same time eat. Can you do it? When you eat, you cannot breathe either, right? Otherwise you get choked. Why they can make, do this? Let's see. This is a mouse. Go into esophagus here. This is trachea. For us, we stop like here. We have a epiglottis, a bone. Need to cover it when we swallow. But their trachea goes straight into the mouth and extend up until to the blowhole. So that means, if you open their mouth, sometimes we have to rescue the stranded dolphin. We have to feed it, okay? So give you fish. When they cannot eat, you have to, insert the fish into his mouth. But when you insert, you have to be careful. Don't just like this. You have to, you push something, because when they open their mouth, you can definitely feel something in the center of their mouth, like a pillar, in their mouth. Then that's trachea. So you have to fit your fish go around this way or this way. Sometimes we have to put a stomach tube, when they are so sick they cannot eat. We put stomach tube inside. You have to insert. Be careful, okay? Instead go in there, you feed them like a very milky stuff, very nutrient stuff. They are very sensitive. When they burrow, sometimes, good photographer can make a very good picture. You can see a lot of bubble, here, beautiful, a serious bubble, and beautiful artwork. That means they exhale and inhale. Okay, for us, when we go to the swing like this, we come up. I'm not a good swimmer anyway, but they are such wonderful swimmer. When they swim, they are very efficiently, so they can sense even 10 or 20 centimeters close to the surface. They know, and then they start to blow, start to exhale. And then once they just come up to the surface, they immediately suck, inhale, and very efficiently, and they go down. Okay? So you can see, our nose is here. We have to like this and this, so it's not efficient. During the evolutionary process, the position of the nose change. You see the typical is here for dog or cats. It's like here, is that right? But now they change to the top. That's one very marvelous progress during evolution. And it has been proved by archaeologists, by the fossil, many things. So blow is one interesting thing. Besides breath, it's important to adapt this mammal they used to share with us. It's a mammal living on the land about 60 million years ago. They start evolve gradually into the water. Breath is an important thing. They have to adapt it to the new environment. Besides this, there's the other second thing. They have to change their strategy. For us, I can see you very easily, I can talk to you. Very good. But if I only depends on my vision, and then think about if you live in the water, for ocean, you dive, go down. Can you use your eye or vision? No, it's so dark. You can't see anything, hardly. How can you do? Oh, good. Use sound. It's an auditory channel. Instead of depends on your vision, you probably depends on more on your hearing. And then, do they have ear? Do dolphins have ear like this? That would be weird, mutant. Actually, they do. They just don't have this shape. Yeah. See here? There's a hole. Here, very little hole. When my student, we have to find the hole and measure the distance between this to eye. So sometimes my student cannot find it. Use a knife. Oh, put a hole, and then that will be wrong, totally wrong. Okay. So this is the hole. Okay. Although they don't have the ear like us, but they are very sensitive to the hearing. Very, very sensitive. And then how they use echolocation? They make a sound close to the blowhole. Okay. And then they make sound and shoot out. Okay, goes to the melon. This place is a whole chunk of fatty meat, fat, and they can condense the sound, go out. When they hit the barrier or fish or other thing, the sound bounce back. The called echo. Echo bounce back. However, the receiver of the echo is not from the ear. The more they receive is from the lower jaw. The lower jaw, the inside, they also contain a lot of fatty tissue, fat here. Their vibration frequency can be very similar to the water, seawater. So they can receive the vibration of the wave and then pass into their mid-ear, and then they can hear. So you can see like this. They make sound here and pass to the melon. We call melon, M-E-L-O-N. Okay, it's not fruit or like a 西瓜, 冬瓜. Okay. So it's very difficult to translate into Chinese. It's called melon. Okay, it's like a fat. And they shoot out the sound and bounce back the echo, and then here they go into their ear. They are very, very sensitive to the sound. That's why, when you have stranded animal here, don't shout, don't raise your voice, say something. You need to be gentle and soft, be quiet, it's better. Because of this, we have to be gentle. However, think about human being. Now we have so good technology. We don't have enough land to live. We have so many industry try to explore our territory into the ocean. We fill the land, fill the tidal room, become a land, and then we bump something to the air gun, or drilling, everything. Think about, is the ocean quiet anymore? The ocean is very noisy now. For us, if I'm deaf, okay, I cannot hear, I still can live because I can use my hand and see your posture, so I still can live. I can eat. Think about if a dolphin or a whale, if they become deaf because the noise, hurt their ear, they become deaf. What will be their fate? Can they find food? Can they find their parents, children? They are doomed. Yeah, that's death. That's why the noise pollution in the ocean right now is very popular in the world, especially in the Western society. They really emphasize, any industry, if they want to do something in the ocean, they have to do very serious environmental impact assessment. Unfortunately, this country has not paid too much attention on noise at all. Okay, this is their sound type. I think I have some problem with this. But usually their sound can separate into two types. One is a pulsed type and unpulsed. So that means their sounds is like a click. Maybe later when you see the movie, you can hear that, okay? Let me see. Doesn't work. Okay, this is a whistle. Do you see it? That's a whistle. And this is a humpback whale. Okay, humpback whale, they are famous for singing. They can sing song. Even song, this is a very special term. In the behavioral science, song is different from call. Call, you make any noise, it's call for animal. But for song, you need a special structure. You can repeat it, okay? So any animal, if they can sing a song, that's very, very special. So some people, they analyze the sound. They have a special structure, like they have a 6 theme, okay, a theme. And underneath they have phrase, have a note, and they get together, become a song, okay. Then last topic I would like to introduce, maybe you are curious as me too. How intelligent are cetaceans? Many news reporters always interview me. I said, sir, do you agree they have the IQ just as like a 6-year-old or 3 or 7? They always want a simple answer. Unfortunately, I always give very complicated answer, and then so they don't like me that much. Okay, I think intelligence is a very difficult term, even for human beings. How can you compare white people, yellow people, and black people? I think many years ago, people used to think black people are stupid. Is that right? Many years ago, I heard from the movie. They have some movie show in U.S. They have one club. I don't know the name. They put their cross on the head. They catch the black people and they put it in the prison. Or on some holiday or festival, they release the black people in the mountain, and then the white people and ride the horse and chase that, treat them like an animal. That's terrible. Now we know different race of people, they have different talent. It takes us so long time to understand this. How can we compare the intelligence even between cross species? Even cross species live on land and live in water. They live in totally different environment from us. That's almost like Mission Impossible. However, scientists never give up. Even Mission Impossible, we still try. So we try to approach from two ways. One is the hardware, the brain structure. What is your structure? Second thing, your behavior, your learning behavior. How can you easily communicate or learn some trick? Then first we talk about the brain. Okay, if you look at the size of the brain, this is a human being. Your brain is 1,500 kilogram, about like this size. And compared to elephant, we are much smaller. Compared to sperm whale here, we are much smaller. Can we say human beings are stupid, more stupid than elephant and sperm whale? Probably none of you agree. You say, oh, that's impossible. They are such big and giant, and we are so small, you know? So if my brain is the same size as you, like you are so tall, and I'm smarter than you because I'm smaller. You are bigger. Do you understand? So we have to standardize. Standardize by your body weight, okay? By tons, okay? And after you divided this brain weight to the body size, you get the ratio. Oh, now a human being jumped to the first on the top. Okay, that's good, okay? We agree. And then you check the number, and then you can see not all species are the same, but bottlenose dolphin seems the highest one. And this has been kind of agreed, consistent with so many people study on bottlenose dolphin in the aquarium. Okay.
The Archer,
you mean Oka?
best knowledge, also best.
Oh, yeah. That's interesting, yeah. This is just one dimension, you know. Because this is so difficult question to answer. So sometimes you probably cannot find only one approach to fit all the criteria. But I will talk about that later. And yeah, that's a good question. Oka is very, very smart. I agree. Totally agree. And second thing, people try to compare the shape or structure of the brain. Because if you have taken the class of histology, do the histology, you can understand the cell, the brain, they line up in a different way. On the surface, it's gray color. In the center, it's white color. So on the gray color, it's more like the cell, the nerve cell accumulated on the surface. So if I make a logic induction, then if you have a more curve, that means you have more surface area, correct? If you have more surface area, that means you can hold more number of cells, nerve cell. If you have more number of nerve cells, you can deal with more information. That's more smarter. If you agree, please compare these three. Which one is more complicated? This is delete. Okay, cow. That's why in Chinese we say 大笨牛. We put the 牛 with the stupid together. Okay. And then now you cannot say human being is, oh sorry. What happened? Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, now you cannot say a human being's brain structure is more complicated. However, for scientists, we cannot give you a whole answer why bottlenose dolphins' brain is so complicated. But we definitely know, they are very, very sensitive to interpret the sound they can hear and also interpret. Next, we talk about learning types of dolphin. This is really owed to the credit for all this worker in the aquarium. Since 1960, a lot of people, they hold the dolphins in the aquarium, different species. And then because we have to take care of them and do the tricks for the show, so people learn more and more. However, we can compare them through the aspect of communication, limitation. Do they have a language idea? Language, oh my goodness. Tool using, can they use tool like us? Well, I'm using the fancy high tech, but maybe they can use some simple tool. Or can they have a creation, have an idea, what's called planned or innovative behavior? So I have to introduce Dr. Herman in Hawaii University. Now he retired. He has done a marvelous and famous research in dolphin learning. They use a sign language, use a beautiful girl. All these are volunteers come from the whole world, and they give a sign. And also he tried auditorium sign. They put a speaker underneath the water. They can release the sound to train the animal and to learn some kind of artificial language. Then we have a movie, and maybe we can take a break, and then when we come back, we can enjoy the movie. How about that? Okay? So please come back 10 minutes. Thank you.